Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to our Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Let's Play adventure, where we are not where we left off before, at least not in physical space. We are now near Colony Iota, where we are hopefully going to be taking Alexandria here and ascending her to the next level so she can reach level 20 or class rank 20, and then she'll be ascended, and then we can carry on to the next hero, and so on and so forth. This is our new thing. This is what we're hyper-focused on. So we added her to our party last time, and then in between I fast-traveled us over here, and then actually a lot happened in between. Like, a couple of days passed. I went and I had some food. It was lovely. And that's all I did over the course of 2 days. I just went and I had a meal, and then I sat at a table for 48 hours. I was like, time to go record again. That's not real, but it's kind of funny in concept. Now that we're here, though, I can't help but notice that there's not a whole lot that's gonna, like, really set off any sort of adventures. There's no conversations to be had, and there's no little question marks on the map.
Don't you think it's about time for a meal?
I mean, if you're hungry, I suppose we can go get a
you're
meal.
all starved by now.
Alright, so Alexandria's hungry. I can take a hint. She needs something to eat. And maybe while we're here, we can have a discussion about something
got food on the
sort
brain.
of hopefully related to her colony. We do know that we have a lot of conversation quests. I'm just not sure which ones relate to this. It seems unlikely that Castle Prisoners is going to fit in any way. And probably news of Elis or whatever this... That doesn't seem relevant. It's possible that missing Off-Seer could be relevant. Bountiful Ether, probably not. And then Colony 11's future is going to be entirely unrelated, as is someone's sheet music. So I think what we're going to do today is we're going to say maybe missing Off-Seer is relevant, and we're going to queue that one up.
First, right?
And we're going to hope for the best here. Gosh darn it if it isn't about Lambda. So Lambda's Off-Seer Shijima has apparently gone missing? It's a bit worrying, isn't it? Agnes Off-Seers often work in pairs, right? Yes, I think most Agnian colonies make use of similar arrangements. Are both of them missing, then? All we've heard is that one named Shijima is headed into the tunnels. By now, he might have come out at the Raybell Tableland in the Fornus region. We're in the Fornus region. Something might have happened to make him wander off like that. We should look for him. Then we'd best hurry. The longer we wait, the more difficult the search is likely to be. I mean, that's not too far afield from our current location, so we could go do that, but also that's not relevant to what we're trying to accomplish here. The only one that could... I mean, I don't think Bountiful Ether has anything to do with this area, nor does Leaders in Training, but I'm kind of in a desperate position here where I need to try something. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just start up this one too, and we'll see where it takes us, right? They say Colony Lambda's been raking in Ether lately. No! Yeah, some bloke called Koji's meant to be behind it. He seems to have pressured the commander personally, which sounds like Koji. They've always had some ether, I thought. They mined it, didn't they? They're saying that there's a huge amount of it now. It takes some skill to produce such results in that length of time. Accomplishing something like that in Colony Lambda, that's no small feat. There are so many colonies that never have enough ether, and here's Colony Lambda sitting on a hoard of it. So they're saying they have too much even. Can't they share some with other colonies? Yeah, what's stopping them? How about we ask them ourselves? I'm curious too, let's find out. Okay, surplus supply, beautiful, lovely. Not gonna engage with that right now. Here's the deal, that definitely looks like a Kavesi sort of a vehicle. That's just a discussion there. I'm not really sure how to progress. Ionios is strongest. See, at this point, at this present juncture, what we need to do is, I guess, just go do these two quests that we just accepted that have nothing to do with Lambda. I mean, we're gonna give it one more solid run through here and see if we can find anyone having... I mean, maybe we need to increase our ranking with them? Can we ingratiate ourselves? Here, let's have a conversation with Kozali. Colonies get destroyed once they reach gold rank? I can't believe it. I'm afraid it's true. Mortifying, isn't it? And we were already silver. One wrong move, and we would have suffered the same fate. It's a spine-chilling thought, all right. Okay, well, that didn't do anything to increase our standing with them. I'm just thinking, because we've asked the question before, maybe we got to get them up to rank 4 in the relationship sort of situation. We don't have any sort of outstanding quests with them, do we? Is that our mistake? we only have the 2 that we just accepted outstanding, and we're gonna go do the Off-Seer one now. Okay, well, how about this? Let's actually bring the quests back up, because from that screen, we can go over here and maybe find some folks in Lambda who, or not Lambda, but Iota, who need some supplies, and maybe if we give them some supplies, it'll increase our standing, and then maybe then they'll have more quests for us. Not really seeing anything here. Okay, well, we're not going to get a ton of affinity for some of these, but you know what? We got a lot of Nopon coins, so we might as well just go ahead and do that. Oh, 5! It takes 5?! Never mind, just do that. Okay, excellent. And then we'll just do as many of these as we can do. As many of these as we have supplies for. And it wouldn't surprise me if we had enough supplies to complete all of these. Because gosh darn it, if we don't just have a ton of supplies. Are we just repeating this one now? Is that what's happening here? Is that the last one? What do you mean? What does that mean? Did we run out of something there? No, we can do it again. What are you talking about? All of these only give us 25 affinity, though, with IO. This one gives us 30. I hope they appreciate it as well, gosh darn it. Like, we do it again. We just keep doing it. I don't know how much affinity that's netted us, though. Let's have a look here. How are we doing? Not enough to raise affinity levels, I'm sorry to say. I mean, I guess we could just keep doing it. Okay, so we've done that a few more times. We're now rank 4, and we're halfway to 5. Gosh darn it. Okay, is anyone here interested in giving me a quest now? Maybe? After all of that extra effort, is anyone around here gonna... No? No. That did nothing for us. Have we... Has anyone reached rank 10 with her class yet? I don't know if that's a requirement. I don't actually know if that's a requirement, but has anyone done it? Yes. Yes, we have. Okay. And in fact, it looks like everyone has done it. Okay. Good. All right. Well, I mean, I'm plumb out of ideas here. I don't know what else to do other than... Wait a minute. The game gave us a bunch of those... Hold on. Chronological. The game gave us a bunch of supplies from here. Yeah, the Colony Iota goods that we can give away. Maybe we have to get rid of all the Colony Iota goods. The issue being that we're missing one. So how can we give the rest of them away? I guess we'll have to give them to Ashar. That's okay. I don't care. That's fine. Boom. So that's all of the Colony Iota goods, right? Cooperating. Beautiful. And with that out of the way, yeah, we can't give away anymore because we're all out.
Hey, the colony relations changed.
Does that mean that maybe now that that's done, because that's a thing that we did here a long time ago, maybe I'm being too hopeful that we're going to be able to... Maybe it's tied to something else. Maybe we've got to go do someone else's essential... Oh my gosh, no, that was it. That did it. Okay. That queued up something. But we've already got these other side quests I accepted, and I don't want to have a big backlog of unrelated side quests, so I'm just going to go clear these out real quick. It's not going to take long. Look for the missing Off-Seer in the Orion Tunnel facility, and then whatever that other one was. It's a bunch of Lambda stuff. We're going to go square away some Lambda things. I think we're like super over-leveled for whatever this is going to end up being, and also I don't know why we're running here when we could fast travel there much more quickly. Alright, so I decided to go by a camp and level ourselves down to 25 because the quest level here is 29, and I figured if we're, you know, a little bit higher than that, then there's an opportunity for us to get some bonus XP out of the whole thing. Oh, what are we fighting? This guy? What's happening? I don't understand. I'm trying to figure out how to get on that cliff edge. I'm assuming we're gonna have to go either into the cave system proper, or possibly we just go right around this bend here. And looking at the map, that'll take us exactly where we need to go. But I don't know if we're going to be able to slip past whatever these little mutant creatures are. A Wakanuppa. It sounds like something you'd do, right? Like, it doesn't sound like a creature. Well, what are you doing, Wakanuppa? Wakanuppa fresh breakfast, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, I don't know. I don't know what that means. It's like preparing a meal in UK speak, because they don't do English properly. And they made the language, but a lot of time's passed since then. They've kind of forgotten how it functions. What are you doing here? We're on the hunt for Lambda's missing Off-Seer. Everyone's been quite worried, you know. Ah, but I'm fine. I haven't come across any monsters or hostile How have you not come across any monsters? We were looking for a guy named Shijimi, I thought. Ah, well, he was making his way towards Eag's Wilderness, I think. But why did he go alone? What could he want out there? I think he must have been heading for the castle. He's really close to his homecoming, and he asked me to send him off. But then the flame clock was broken, and all of that stuff became irrelevant. I think he's just a bit lost. Oh, I see. I put in a request for the survey branch and tactics division to assemble a search party, but I don't know when it'll happen. See, that's the bureaucracy at Lambda at play again. I've been doing all that I can to help, but honestly, maybe it's better to let him do what he wants. Still, the way he's feeling, don't you think it'd be best if you just talk to him? How? He won't even accept my calls. There's only so much one person can do. Then we'll bring him back. I'm sure you have at least something you want to say to him.
I hope everyone's getting along.
Oh, so now I've got to just go way the heck over there and get the fella. Oh yeah, there he is. I mean, I'm not really sure why he was heading this way to get to Castle. This is sort of not at all the most efficient route, but sure thing. What are you doing here? That's our line, surely. You're the one who decided to up and run off out of the blue. You've made Moraine very worried. She's been trying really hard to get a hold of you. Moraine? Right. I should have been clearer. Should have told her to stay at home and leave me be. It's crazy to come out here alone, mate. You know what my goal in life was? Live to my homecoming. Have a peaceful death. Yeah, cool biscuits. But that's no excuse to go charging off without saying a word to anyone. You know what I'm saying? Do you think they'd have given me permission to leave if I had? Heading to the castle alone was the only way. I still think you could have discussed it with Moraine first. She is your colleague. She really is worried sick about you. I was thinking that if I die out here, then at least I'd be alone. I suppose it wasn't really fair to Moraine. So come home. There's still time for you to talk this out. Yeah, I know. Okay, enough. I can't go any further alone anyway. I'd better go apologize to her.
I hope everyone's getting along.
As do I. Are they actually just back up there on that cliff again? Is that where they are? Did they not go back to Colony Lambda? Did they just go stand on this cliff again? Why? Noah, over here! Sorry, I just fast traveled in and was taken aback by suddenly being in the conversation. We've just like gone right into the thick of it. Are those Agnian soldiers? This is bad. That's where Moraine is. Let's hurry! I mean, she's technically Agnian as...
We'll be fine.
Oh, no, we're just doing a combat. Okay. I was gonna say, isn't she also an Agnian soldier? I mean, I understand she's technically a traitor, but do they, like, know that immediately? I suppose yes. I guess they would, yeah. I like that we just have her along for this, like she's just being dragged along on this adventure. I feel like we'd be better off if we still had Iserd with us. We might get some, like, rare, unique dialogue bits if we had Iserd with us. But we don't, and I'm not going back to, like, change him out at this point, because we've already decided what we're doing next, and I think we've got the whole quest lined up anyway, so we might as well just kind of see it through. Also, who is left here? There's a lot going on the screen. Phew! I guess we dodged a bullet there. Where'd they come crawling out from anyway? Scratch that. Where's Moraine? Is she hiding? Did she run? It doesn't look like she was attacked. Let's search the area. Yeah, maybe she wasn't attacked. Maybe she just decided to go hide in a crate or something. Are we actually gonna find her just like hiding, maybe right off the cliff edge or something? Oh no, did she? No, she didn't fall off the edge because that would be outside of the green circle. Unless she... Well, no. We're just gonna find like her partially digested bones or something dark like that. That's not what I'm hoping to find here. Oh, there she is. She's just hanging out. She looks okay. Looks like she's having a little bit of a crouch. What is she looking at? Is she inspecting the ground? Is she a prospector of some variety? Moraine! Oh! She looks fine. I hid as soon as I saw those soldiers coming. I'm not much for fighting. Glad to hear it. You came back. Yeah, thanks to this lot. If I was alone, who knows what would have become of me? I'm not sure what you were hoping to achieve by going to the castle in the first place. Aiming for the impossible is unlikely to end the way you hope it will. Huh? I think you should go home and talk about what happens next. Moraine was worried about you, and the least you can do is respect those feelings. I know. Moraine, I'm sorry, It's okay. Let's go home. Everyone knows things are hard for you. Thanks. And thank you too. Some of the quests in this game I'm just not so sure about, like...
I hope everyone's getting along.
The point? I don't get... like, what was the moral or the value learned? Hey, if you're about to die, don't run away from home. Talk it out with your friends and die in your hometown. Don't go die in the wilderness, I guess. If you've got a horrible diagnosis, don't just wander off to the local castle to die. Just die with your friends and family. I don't know what the moral or the lesson was from that. I'm not really sure what the point of it was. But that brings us to what? What's the next one? Yeah, we got some extra supply here. Activate that. I suppose that's probably going to take us, if I had to guess, back to Lambda. Hello, Colony Lambda residents. I hear that you have an absolutely overflowing supply of ether cylinders. That Koji, you need to do something with them. Hey, what can I do for you? We heard you're doing well for ether at the moment. Do you have any ideas how you're going to use it? You want to know? Yeah, we're sitting on more ether than we can collect. The work's been going better than we could have ever imagined since we perfected the ether probe. Oh, that must have greatly improved the efficiency of your mining operations. Me and Varen are the minds behind it. We wanted a more efficient way to find ether channels. Not bad. It's done wonders for our ether stocks, but yeah, lately it's a bit excessive. What a problem to have, right? Oh no, we have too much ether. How awful. If you've gotten too much, why not use it? Okay, let's think about this. Any good ideas? Share it freely among the colonies, donate it to colonies in need, give it to whoever wants it most. Ooh, okay, I mean, these are all basically the same, but I think colonies in need is probably a good one, because otherwise you might have colonies that have plenty already that just take advantage of the fact that there's free getting, like, it's like insurance, right? Like, let's say you have car insurance, and your car insurance says, hey, if your car is down for a few days, we'll get you a loaner, we'll get you, like, a rental, okay? But you have 2 cars, so you don't need the rental. But then every so often, there's that one person who's like, well, I'm owed the rental. I pay for it. Give me the rent. I don't need it, but my car's out for a week. I've got another car. Give me the rental anyway. And then that's why your premiums keep going up, is because of people like that who don't need it, but take advantage of it anyway because they feel like they're owed it. It's one thing if you need the rental. If you don't, you're just taking advantage of it because you feel obligated. You're an a-hole, causing everyone else's insurance to go up. And then that same person complains when their insurance goes up. Like, what a shock. Who would have seen that coming? So we don't want to give it freely among the other colonies because they'll, well, if they're just giving it away, I suppose I'll take it. Donate it to colonies in need is the better option there. Not sure we can just give it away for free. I made a similar suggestion, but the sergeant shot it right down. She's not cruel, but she's very by the books, shall we say. Okay, let's think about this. Any good ideas? Wow, okay, give it to whoever wants it most. Unless we got some kind of compensation, we'd never get Tolgrim on board. Not to mention captains like Sif. If we can hammer out more concrete criteria and narrow down the possible recipient colonies, then maybe. We really can't just be sitting on the ether surplus like you said. It's a difficult problem, certainly. I liked my first option better. I don't know why we had to pick a second one. And I don't know how it's any different than the... whatever. How about narrowing it down to a nearby colony? Ooh, okay. Tau, Colony 4, work with Colony 30. Which one is 30? That's the one where they build all the robots. That's, okay. I mean, that could work. They've already had some exchanges with them because they've been sharing Levnesses with them, so that would be a good one. Oh, they could probably pay us back for ether and Levness tech. Mate, you're never going to shift that ether at this rate. You need solid justifications if you want to get approval and convince the top brass to back you up. There's that bureaucracy at play again. If it's not a colony like 30, which can pay us back in kind, we're just not going to get the okay. What an utter faff. I'm with you on this, Uni. I agree. Ideally, I'd like to be able to distribute it more widely. But that's not really my job. And without any other bright ideas, I think we'll have to settle for this one. Yeah, I'm the same way. If you can get your ether's worth, they'll agree to the plan, yes? What are you thinking? Ooh, distribute it free of charge, sell it directly, sell it through Nopon. Ooh. There's an idea, because the Nopon travel all over the place. So that's not going to happen. Get their ether's worth. Selling it directly would mean like an exchange of like Levnis stuff. Let's try this one, though. This is intriguing. There's only one way to ensure that you get a fair price and avoid incurring extra work on your side. And that is the Nopon who travel with the caravans. You sell through them. There's always demand for ether. Trading it should net plenty of profit. And you have the added benefit of utilizing the Nopon trade routes. Colonies suffering from ether shortages are sure to be somewhere in their itinerary. Oh, yeah! Talk to the Nopon. I'm sure they'll be happy to buy from you. They won't have any trouble selling it. That's a great idea! We should do that! This way Lambda gets to sell its ether, and ether-starved colonies get to buy it from Nopon. But you're going to need to get some kind of approval for it, aren't you? Yeah, I'll put the request in. What, just like that? It's better to get the ball rolling straight away. Could take years before the bureaucrats get off their butts and actually, do their jobs. First, we have to open talks with the Nopon, the merchants preferably. We can take care of that if you want. Would you? Of course, no trouble. There's a Nopon trader near the entrance to the colony. Thanks for this. This is actually great, and this is actually a brilliant idea as well. Oh, look, he's back. He made his way back. He's no longer standing on that cliff edge over there anymore. How are you now? Passable, I guess, but I'm feeling pretty okay. You've cheered me right up as it is. The time I have left now may be limited, but you know what? Snuff it. I've resolved to do everything I can to live life to the full now. Thank you. Hopefully we all reach that point. Hopefully we all get to live like we were dying. Just like in that song. And this Nopon, I wouldn't really say he's by the entrance. The entrance is over there. He's more so like set in and slightly to the left, but whatever. Hi there, buddy. What's going on? Why, everyone all together? There's something we'd like to consider purchasing. Meh? And what's that? Colony Lambda surplus ether. Specifically, we'd like you to buy the ether Colony Lambda can't use and sell it to other colonies. Intriguing. Ether supply of Colony Lambda very ample. But it decision of Zoka. So you ask Zoka. Zoka's settling accounts in area at moment. Zoka will be around ruins of Cebu on Orion Trail. She decide whether purchase is go-go or no-go. Okay, we'll ask. I love a good, fetch quest, but instead of fetching, you're just, fetching words, right? It's not items. It's just, your conversations. Is that really a fetch quest? It's more of, a chain of conversation quest. Fortunately, we were able to fast travel directly to this Zoko individual here, who says, Welcome, welcome. Is something you want? No, we'd like to discuss a possible business deal with you. Zoko much happy to talk business deal. So, what friends bring for Zoko to sell, or Zoka, even? The deal concerns Colony Lambda's ether. Zoka see now. We'd like you to take it as far as possible to as many other colonies as possible. That okay with friends? Sell price may be higher if friends keep ether to selves. A lot of colonies are in need, so we'd like to entrust it to your best caravan. Zoka get just now. It's true that Zoka network of associates spread to many colonies. It's not much work if friends only want to sell ether. Much appreciated. Now, as to the specifics, Zoka leave detail and price naming to Specky Friend. Are you sure that's fair? Zoka happy to buy at asked price of friends. Zoka love nothing more in the world than to sell ether. If you're okay with that, we'd be very grateful. And most funnest thing for Zoka to sell ether in many place. We're in your debt. Koji will be able to discuss the finer details of the deal with you. Okay, Zoka go later then. We'll go and report back then. Alright, so this is pretty fun so far. This is pretty simple. No combat, just nice chill conversation. And why are there no fast travel points on this map? Why do I have to go to the big map and then select a subsection? It's ridiculous. If I fast travel here, can I get down from... Oh yeah, this is the exhaust. Yeah, this is fine. Let's see if the slow-turning wheels of bureaucracy have managed to get themselves up this tiny little incline. This tiny little 4-foot incline. Did you manage to talk to them? It looks like Zoka's all for it. Great news, thanks! I'm always amazed at how quickly the Nopon caravans can make decisions. Considering we had to trudge all the way to speak with their boss, it wasn't all that quick, really. No, it's still faster than anything that gets done here in Colony Lambda. We're not at war We're not at war anymore. We need to take care of our allies from now on. We can't keep doing things this way. Yeah, I don't know. Lambda has to change, and that time is rapidly approaching. Living like this, tangled up in rules and bureaucracy, hey, this guy gets it. It's just not sustainable. Absolutely it's not. Time for a revolution. One thing at a time, Koji. Yeah, sorry. Thanks anyway. I'll get the ether sorted out as fast as I can. Oh, that's just it. So we didn't actually get to see the whole situation resolved. We just get to know that someday, when the fat bureaucrats get off their lazy behinds and actually do their dang jobs and stop resting on their laurels and in the comfort of the fact that they're government employees and they will never be fired, because who cares? That maybe Ether Guild Soul, I'll find out someday.
Don't you think it's about time for a meal?
Shut up! It's not time for a meal right now. It's time to figure out if there are any more quests around here. If not, I think it's time we head back. And we actually, yeah, it looks like everything's done here. It looks like Lambda's finally wrapped up. So that just, again, really does raise the question. I wasn't paying attention. Is it about the quest you complete? Or is it about the level you have with the colony that lets you unlock that Ascension quest? I don't know. Because it was only after we increased our standing with the last colony that we actually managed to unlock the Ascension, well, what we think is going to be the Ascension quest, but it might not be. We don't actually know that whatever this question mark is down here. Am I in the right area? Where is it? Where's that colony at? It's like down here. We don't actually know that what's going down here is going to be an Ascension quest. We only know that it's a conversation. So that was directly tied to getting the colonies ranking up, because once we ranked up the colony, that conversation was unlocked. But does that conversation lead to another quest, and only after completing that quest do we get the Ascension quest? And if that's the case, then is it both? Because if you have to get all these extra quests by raising the colony ranking, then you have to get the colony ranking up to get the quest to unlock the quest to do the Ascension. I'm sure there's a wiki for this. I'm just not going to look it up. Where were we? Like right down here there was a conversation to be had? Or was it just like the time of day? We didn't even consider that. We're at 20% of our remaining stock. So that directly has something to do with, goods and storage. Us getting rid of all their excess stuff, sharing it with other colonies. I keep forgetting that different people are at different times of the day, and that might have an effect on things. How are we getting through resources so quickly? We need to hurry up with the resupply. Our allied troops are in a tough spot right now. Goods in storage. Okay, time to go have a conversation about this. And I'm sure that someone's about to ask, like, should we have a bite to eat? And my response to that is no, we're just going to go take up space at the canteen while we have a conversation about it. All right? Oh, she didn't say anything. I'm surprised. I even waited for a bit to see
Can
if,
we
like...
maybe train?
No, we're not going to... We can't even train here, Senna. There's no training options. We either order food or we discuss things or we save the game.
Group chat first, right?
She is required for this conversation, apparently. Colony out of the storehouse is going to be in trouble pretty soon. Indeed. More people rely on their resources than ever, and we're burning through them rapidly. Do you think we've given out too much? I think that even without that, they need to start considering what they'll do next time a resupply doesn't arrive on schedule. You don't have to worry about it. I'm the one who asked you to do this. And it's not the first time we've been short on supplies. You can't afford to be so glib. If it's causing a strain on the colony, you should re-examine your procedures. We can't help out with some short-term resupply runs. It's the least we can do after all, the taking we've been doing. In that case, I'll take you up on the offer. As you know, the storehouse is Chell's domain. Let's talk to her first. She's probably already got some ideas, and if you work together, you can be more efficient. So this is just a regular, standard quest here that we're going to go do, I suppose. Has nothing to do... what's the recommended level on this bad boy? Because I lowered us pretty low for the last one. I think we're only like level... Well, no, we bumped ourselves back up for the most recent quest. Yeah, 49. I think we're all like level 40. I'm sure that'll be fine. So are we actually heading all the way back to the storehouse? That is quite the pilgrimage to take on foot. I mean, it would require us to walk all the way over here. And then down? Would we go down from here? Or I don't think we go back around and up. I don't think that's it. And then also, I think we're going to be much better off going to the big map, because then we can actually choose the hollow itself and go directly to the hidden stash, which is where we're needed. I think I see the quests symbol right behind the actual fast travel symbol, just kind of tucked away, and there's Shell. Yeah, indeed, we've made it to the right place. And in fantastic time, I might note. So it's going to take some time till it arrives. I thought it might. We'll just have to... Oh! Wait, it didn't have anything to do with us raising the colony level. It had everything to do with us going through their supply goods, the supply of good. That's what did it. That's right. Remember what happened not even 30 minutes ago? It's all coming back to me now. I thought it might. We'll just have to stretch the shortfall out through rationing. So that, if you're low on supplies, we can help. If we all work together, we'll get it done in no time. All of you. They're concerned that we've grown too accustomed to throwing supplies around. This friendly young man wants to do anything he can to help. Don't misrepresent me. I just want to improve the efficiency of... Once you saw improvement was needed, you wanted to help, yes? Well, I suppose, but then we agree. Such a kind person. I can tell you're the sort of person who takes on a lot, always shouldering the burden of others. Please stop. This is something you've already prepared for, though, isn't it? Could you bring us up to speed on the situation? Okay, I get what's going on. As you've seen, we're sending out the best of the best from mine and Rise's squads. And if they come back, they're expected to bring in a good haul. In fact, I'm projecting we'll be up to 70% capacity. 70%! Not bad! You said if they come back. So all these big plans are really just optimism, aren't they? Very perceptive. 2 of the units sent on the mission have got a bit stuck. They seem to have encountered a colony of scorpoxes. Scorpoxes? You think they're migrating? Given our info on their numbers and range, I'd say you're right. A suboptimal situation. Can someone explain the migration thing? The monsters go on a big journey. If the monsters' population increases for whatever reason, then they'll go roaming in search of new feeding grounds. And if you bump into them, they'll be on you like that. They're all so starving that to them, you're just a big walking meatball. Huh. Let me guess. The units that were attacked were carrying food. Yep. The smell must have attracted them. How can you be so calm about this? If you don't get help to them soon... No plan ever survives contact with the enemy. No plan ever survives... No plan ever survives contact with the enemy. What does that mean? So I want them to get themselves out of this. This experience will be valuable for them as individuals. You're of the opinion that too much help will rob them of their capacity for personal growth. I am. Well, it would still be worthwhile to keep an eye on the situation without helping too much, wouldn't it? If we weren't even a little worried, you wouldn't have told us what's going on. Well, I don't know how to answer that. I think I understand. I know how you feel, and what you want your legacy to be. Kuzali's unit is stuck in Dinag Desert, and Thorbin's is in the Ribby Flats. They'll be pretty laden down, so you'll know them when you see them. Okay, we'll check on them without coddling them. And we'll keep everyone safe, and the supplies too. You're doing me a huge favor. Wouldn't it be better to just go and tell them, hey, you gotta fight your way out of this and get back to the colony on your own? And then as soon as they leave, we'll go get the supplies and bring them back, because that's well within our, ability. So technically you get the best of both worlds. You get them fighting their way out of a situation, getting that personal growth that's so important, and then also you get your supplies, because we step in and we get the supplies. See, this is what I mean about the map, though. The shortcut map is not the full map, and that's very frustrating. And I wish that someone had actually, play-tested the game before they just shipped it. Because it kind of feels like no one play-tested the game! At least not in terms of, ease of use. Now, you might say, Reese, how difficult is it to hit X, and then scroll down to the map and hit A, and then hit the region? It's not. But when you can just do this and bring up a map, but it's not the whole map, and there's no way... If from here I could press, B to get back to the big map, that would be something. But you can't. Once you're on this screen, to my knowledge, there's no button you can press that's going to get you to a bigger map. I've looked at it all. I've looked at the whole screen. There's just nothing here. Maybe when we get Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Definitive Edition on the Nintendo Switch 3, Maybe then we'll get somewhere. I don't know. I'm still holding out for Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition on the Switch, and that's not happened yet. Maybe on the Nintendo Switch 2 Electronic Boogaloo. Are they up here on this, oh, this little outcrop? This little rocky outcropping? I do hear the sound of pitched combat, which has me more than a little bit concerned that maybe they're fighting for their lives up here and are on death's doorstep and will only survive with the intervention of me, Howdy Folks Reese, and my unit of well-trained young teenagers. We're coming in to save you right now. Oh yeah, is this some kind of a vehicle they've got here? What is this? Is this a Loveness? It's a funky-looking little thing. And they are being attacked by Scorpionixes, or whatever they're called. So I guess we'll better step in for the situation. Oh yeah, they're doing big claw. They just won't quit! We could use the supplies as a distraction. No can do! That's our absolute last resort! Give me 3 minutes, then... Yeah! Huh, are you? Should we buy you some time? Please do! See, this is the exact opposite of what we said we were going to do. We're absolutely coddling them. What we should do is stand by from a distance and just make sure no one dies. You know what? You know? Oh, also level 49, that's pretty high. But, I mean, I'm not worried about it. I think we can manage. Watch this, I'm about to daze this one. Yeah, we're doing fine. Oh, gosh, someone just did some kind of a move. I heard it. All right, everybody focus on this one here. There we go. There we go. We're all going to put all of our efforts into one of them at a time, and in that way we will quickly reduce the number of positions we're being attacked and damaged from, right? So as soon as this one's done, their total potential of damage output is reduced by 1/3. See what I mean? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant on my part. I'm such a video gamer. We're not going to die. We're not gonna die. We're all gonna get back up on our feet. We're gonna be fine. Get him, Tyon. You got him, dude. You're doing great work here. You're doing fantastic. You're really carrying us through this. All right, come on. Let's get this guy down. Yes. There's only one left. We're going into interlink. I don't care if it's only a level 1 interlink. We need to go into an interlink just to avoid death at this point. Honestly. There we go. Excellent work, team. Excellent work. Got a little hectic there at the end. Everything's working as normal. Repairs all done? Yep. Thanks for the help. We're going to... What's wrong with you? Why are you jiggling? What is this bounce? Your money but don't jingle, it folds? We're going to be a little delayed, but we'll get back to the colony. But there are still Scorpoxes. Not to worry. We're taking a different route. Our plan is to take a path that another unit's already confirmed is clear. He's so chirpy about it. Does this happen often? Well, it's the first time I've run into a monster migration, but there's always something popping up. You get used to it after a while. You've got to be especially calm in command when things aren't going according to plan. We've been looking to Chell for that all this time, and I just thought that this time we have to fill that role. Kozali's next in line for Shell's position. It won't be too long before Shell's unit is under Kozali's command. Haha, it's all still up in the air, though. I'll prove myself enough to be worthy of a promotion. That's why we get the mission, and why we had to get the supplies that attract so much attention. There's a little bit of not wanting to be overtaken by Thorben, too. What are you talking about? Nothing to do with him. I'm sure Chell knows how you really feel. Keep up the good work. Will do, and thanks.
I hope everyone's getting along.
It seems like they are, Senna. It seems like they are. Time for another very long... I'm not even going to do a bit. I'm going to be honest with you. We're just going to fast travel again. Definitely not running this full way. There's no reason. We can go all the way back to... Actually, let's go here. That way we can at least feel like we've done the whole run. Like, oh my gosh, what a long pilgrimage that was, that long run across the fields. But we're here now, and we're just going to carry on this final little stretch. Look at this guy. What a funny looking dude. Oh, look at these guys. What's going on over here? Oh, there are actually a bunch of dead guys here. Have they been here? I feel like we've done this before. These husks do respawn, right? Back to Yggdrasil with all of you. God rest ye merry gentlemen. What was I saying? I can't even remember now. I think we were doing a bit about how we'd run all the way across the desert. I don't know, that flute music really calms me down, though. It sets my, I mean, these guys don't look like they're being attacked by anything. Hey, Thorben, how are you doing? Hello. Yes, excuse me. Is this Thorben's unit of Colony Iota? Verily, I declare it so. And as for Thorben, why, I am here. We heard you'd been attacked by skullpoxes, and we just came to see how you were doing. The enemy has been soundly defeated, as you can see. Alas, however, as you can also see, our very important Levnus has sustained a battering most baleful and brutal. It's not in the best shape, but repairs should be possible, shouldn't they? Would that it were so simple. With the necessary parts, all things are possible. Alack! I find myself bereft of parts. That the heir of Rise's noble company should find himself in such a pickle, it's enough to get a chap quite down. So, that's how you got stranded here? We can help you get the parts you need. Would you deign to do such a deed? You have casualties here. It'll be more efficient for us to go. I shall be forever in your debt. To be frank, merely safeguarding the precious supplies sapped us of our energy. Could I trouble you for 10 of your finest tip-leg joints? I apologize for the excessive amount. For my part, I shall endeavor to defend my compatriots and the supplies. We'll be back as soon as we can.
I hope everyone's getting along.
Hopefully we just have them already. Lo, with this we shall certainly be able to repair the Levni. How can I ever repay you for this noble deed? That's not necessary. Actually, we should be the ones thanking you. We're actually the ones who used up the colony's resources in the first place. Why, a trifle. Nothing to bestir yourselves over, I assure. We gain far, far more than we could ever lose by extending the gentle hand of aid to others. Think on it. Even the mission in itself provides invaluable training, and it teaches us to respect our limited resources and never to take them for granted. But above all of these vital and priceless things, it has afforded me the chance to become acquainted with all of you. This brings me great personal joy. I see. This is not limited to me. Why does this guy talk like this? We, all of us, are habituated? What type of a word is that? To this mode of life. This knowledge is ingrained in us. I beg of you, use our supplies in whichever way you see fit without restraint. I thought Alexandria was employing these resource-sharing tactics to make allies. But is she also using it to train the newer recruits? Just how far ahead is she planning?
Is that everyone accounted for now?
Apparently we had a lot of trip-leg joints, which is good to know.
Looks like it. Let's get back to the storehouse and tell Shell the good news.
Yeah, let's run all the way back there. It's going to be a great workout for our tired and weary joints. Gosh dang it. I think that's the real problem, is I go to that map too often only to realize that I've gone to the wrong place, and then I gotta backpedal out of it and go to the right one, and it's frustrating, alright? It's a little bit frustrating. Hi, Chell. Hi, all. Everyone made it back safely. Yeah, thanks for that. Dame Alex, there you are. Do you have a minute? I just wanted to chat about expanding the research lab. Always in a hurry, aren't you? Sorry, just got to step out for a bit. Thanks for today, though. Everything was restocked even quicker than planned. Which is very nice, change from usual. I'm just happy we were able to help. Nice to see you back. I heard all about your exploits from the returning unit. I was just like you said. It was just like you said, Shell. Everyone was thinking hard about how to live up to their responsibilities. I think I understand why Colony Iota is such a major player now. You finally appreciate how great Dame Alex is? Just one thing. What exactly is Alexandria hoping to accomplish? Securing allies through resource sharing, and simultaneously training the newer soldiers. They are closely linked goals. Dame Alex doesn't like to repeat bad experiences. When Colony Iota was hoarding its resources, we had a big problem with internal conflicts. The rich only want to get richer. There was no mutual aid, no cooperation, just bad faith and selfishness. Dame Alex knew that wealth and resources doesn't necessarily translate to quality of life. I see. Is that the only reason? I'm a pretty skeptical person myself, but Alexandria is strangely cold at times. Has she always been like that? Dame Alex still doesn't believe in herself. She can't bring herself to. We've only been able to watch over her, but we what? Dame Alex has to change. That's all I can say for now. Please just keep watch over her. I understand. We will. Anyway, that was a bit of a tangent. We managed to get up to 70% capacity just as planned, so you can get back to work as before. I can't thank you enough for helping out our people. Alright. Scant supplies completed. We've got a nice big stack of XP for that. A little bit of SP, some gold, some more goods. We got 15 more goods, which is pretty handy. Thanks to everyone's hard work, they've greatly improved the situation with our stores of supplies. Keep up the good work supporting the allied troops. Alright, I will do. Now I'm going to go ahead and just guess that there's not much else to do in this general vicinity. And I'm absolutely correct on it. But if we go back here, I would wager that we'll probably see a big old fat question mark of a quest-related event right there in the middle of the colony that may just be Ascension-related. I think we've done it. By Jove, I think we've cracked the code. No, Alexandria, I don't think it's time for a meal. I think it's time for you to just get your mind off of food. Come back to this next time. Thank you folks for watching. God bless you. I'll see you later. Bye!